Hey everybody, so today's going to be a little bit different video. I'm not going to be getting too far in depth with anything. I just want to go ahead and start the documentation basically of this BMW E92. Now the E92 here is a chassis that has a lot more developed parts readily available for it, unlike the Cressida, which I had to make a lot of the parts from scratch or modify parts or whatever the case may be. So while I've been competing in Lone Star Drift and I've done Pro-Am Series Top Drift out in California before, I was doing it in a car that was always just like, it wasn't the best it could be, you know? And so with all the development coming out with the WiseFab kits and everything like that for the E92 chassis, I figured that would be a good chassis for me to go ahead and jump into. And I want to bring you guys along with me while I build this car. So let's start right from the top. I purchased this car off of Facebook Marketplace. I negotiated the guy down to $650. So this is a 2011 328i. Now, as you can imagine, for $650, I'm not getting an entire running, driving car, but I'm getting what I need, which is a shell, a chassis, bare bones. It's got enough of what I need to get rolling with it. So throughout the series for this car, I do want to document how much I'm spending and pretty much, I mean, every major step of the process along the way in building this car. I'm going to share that with you guys. So some of the videos will be, you know, in-depth, very detailed, whatever. Some of them will just be bring you up to speed to where it's at and what's happening with it. But this is a car that I plan on building. Again, I build all my stuff within Formula Drift regulations just so that I'm not, if I get to that point, I don't want to have to make any changes. So that's what I'll be doing with this car. So let's take a few minutes and go ahead and admire how beautiful this car is for $650. This car is so glorious, I really don't even know where to begin. Here's the engine bay. Here's what's left of it. The exhaust, everything is missing over there. Apparently some intake stuff missing. Lots of wires are exposed. Generally not a good sign. Even to the point where the hood itself, I don't know what happened here. If this is paint or if it caught fire. I really don't care. That's all fine because we all know that this is going to go away anyways. But let's just, you know, take a moment to really admire it. And it's worth noting the outside of the hood is not in awful condition. Definitely not in the best shape. It's seen better days, no doubt. But usable. Very usable if it comes to that. Working our way over here. Clearly, again, also, we have no fenders, no headlights, no bumper. It's worth noting, though, that the bumper support on both sides in great shape. So there's no damage to the car physically on the front end, despite the fact that everything is sold off of it. We've also got the side skirts are clearly here missing. Not a big deal. We can work with that. A little perturbed about the fact that this dent in the door, because that's, you know, it could be repaired or whatever, but it kind of irritates me a little bit. That's one more thing I gotta deal with this car. Worth noting that the windshield also totally busted up and taped up even. There's a piece of tape across the top. The driver's side window here is, yeah, it's gone, or it's in the door. I guess it just doesn't go up. This car sat, I don't know for how long with this window down. So hopefully we don't have any rust issues as we kind of go and delve into this a little bit. But you can definitely see on the interior of this car that it is, it's seen the seasons, you know. The rear seat is mostly intact, so I've got that going for me. Passenger seat is missing. Driver's seat is quite weathered. I believe this is where they used all the tape to keep the window up. All the quarter glass on the car is still in good shape. The rear glass is still in good shape. And the rear of the car, yep, you guessed it, rear-ended a little bit. So, again, seen better days, but overall, you know, it's sturdy. Oh, trunk a little misaligned right there. Whatever, you know, we're going to iron all that out anyways later on. But, like I said, I want to go over everything with this car just to kind of show you, like, where this car is starting and where it's going to be going, because it's going to be quite the transformation as things go on with this. Now, like I said, we've got a long way to go with this car. That's absolutely fine. The first episode, hopefully, get started on this next week. I just want to start throwing things away as best as possible. Clearing out all this interior. I'm really just going to need the dash and just the dash. So that's good. The long block is still in the car. I don't know if it's good. I could pull it out and do a compression test to see if it's worth selling anything. I'm going to bring a Excel spreadsheet up on the screen somewhere here and basically just show that so far I've got, I believe it's $650 into the car, and it came with another set of wheels, which is really cool because I was able to sell the wheels for $100, which brings the cost of the car down to $500, and I paid, I believe it was $130 for the tow to get the car towed from there to here. So, yeah. Like I said, I'll throw up an Excel sheet and I'm going to update that as I go, just adding more and more and more to it. The only thing noteworthy for this episode, I'm hoping to drop this before the weekend hits. And don't forget, if you're in the Houston area, come to IAS Drift event at Houston Police Academy. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people there, and it's going to be a good time, including myself. I'll be driving the Cressida. So come on out. Again, I'll have merch, all that type of stuff available, but I'll also be doing like ride-alongs and all that. So feel free to hit me up and come on out. Let's have a good time.